The ballroom of the Fairmont Grand Hotel exuded opulence that evening. Crystal chandeliers glimmered overhead, casting a soft glow on rows of elegantly dressed guests. The quiet hum of conversation, punctuated by occasional laughter, filled the air at the annual charity gala. Among the attendees were influential figures, business magnates, celebrities, and journalists, all united for a noble cause, supporting underprivileged youth. In one corner of the room, almost out of the spotlight, sat Barron Trump. At 18, his tall, composed figure naturally drew attention, though he seemed oblivious to it. Invited by a family friend, Barron was there quietly observing, his piercing blue eyes calmly scanning the bustling crowd. Unlike many attendees basking in the limelight, he appeared content to remain on the periphery, his demeanor reflective of a maturity beyond his years. The event unfolded seamlessly. Soft notes of a string quartet blended with the gentle clinking of glasses as servers weaved through the room offering hors d'oeuvres. Still, a palpable anticipation lingered. The highlight of the night was the keynote speech, promised to be thought-provoking and spirited. The speaker, a renowned journalist with a sharp tongue and a reputation for polarizing commentary, was well known for their biting humor and unapologetic wit. As the MC introduced them, the atmosphere shifted. Conversations hushed, and the audience turned toward the stage, curious and expectant. Barron leaned back slightly, observing the scene with quiet detachment. The journalists took the podium, their smile brimming with confidence, their polished appearance exuding charisma. They opened lightheartedly, joking about the city's traffic and recounting a past gala mishap involving a toppled champagne tower. The room chuckled in unison, the tension easing. But as their speech progressed, the lighthearted banter gave way to biting satire. The journalists targeted familiar political figures, their quips drawing scattered laughter and wary glances. Eventually, the jokes turned toward Barron's father, former President Donald Trump. "Well, we can't discuss the world without mentioning the man who made orange the new black," the journalist quipped, eliciting a mix of laughter and discomfort. As the remarks became more pointed, the crowd's laughter began to wane. Then came the pivot that silenced the room. And of course, we can't forget his most overlooked legacy, the next generation. Let's talk about Barron. A collective gasp rippled through the room as heads turned toward the young man. Barron remained seated, still and calm, his expression unreadable. The journalist's tone remained playful, but their words carried a sting. "Imagine growing up in a golden tower, surrounded by marble everything, while your dad's tweeting about Kavafef. Must have been character building, right?" The attempt at humor fell flat. Nervous chuckles from a few corners were drowned out by an uncomfortable silence. All eyes were now on Barron. Yet instead of crumbling under the weight of the moment, he displayed a poise that left the room captivated. Barron sat motionless, his stillness commanding attention. Slowly he stood, the soft scrape of his chair punctuating the silence. At over 6 feet tall, his presence was imposing. Yet his calm demeanor radiated composure. Without a word, he walked toward the stage, each step deliberate. Reaching the podium, Barron turned to face the journalist. His voice, steady and deliberate, broke the silence. "Thank you for your insight," he began, his tone calm but firm, his words cutting through the air with precision. The audience, now transfixed, hung on every word. "I've spent much of my life watching people make assumptions about me, my family, and my life," Barron continued. "It's become almost a pastime for some, a way to fill in gaps when they don't know the full story. I understand. We're public figures. It comes with the territory." The crowd remained silent, enthralled by his composure. "But there's something important that often gets overlooked," he said, his voice steady yet intense. "Behind every headline, every punchline, there's a person, someone with their own struggles, dreams, and story. You may think you know me because of my last name, but you don't." "Not really." The journalist, visibly uncomfortable, shifted behind the podium. Barron turned to the audience. "Respect isn't something that should have to be earned. It should be given freely, especially when we don't know someone's story." His words resonated, a quiet strength underscoring every syllable. "We live in a time where tearing each other down has become too easy. he continued. Words hold power, to hurt, to heal, to divide, or to unite. Maybe it's time we choose the latter. The room was spellbound. As Barron stepped back, he met the journalist's gaze. I hope this gives you something to think about. With that, he returned to his seat, the room erupting into a thunderous standing ovation. By the next morning, clips of Barron's speech had gone viral, sparking debates about respect, empathy, and the ethics of public commentary. While the journalist issued an apology, the night's real takeaway was Barron's powerful reminder of the impact of words and the dignity that comes from choosing to rise above.